The woman behind the smile. Let's bring on Debby Montgomery.
Defining moments. Those moments that change your life forever. And some come with a cost. Raise your hand if you've had a defining moment. A marriage, the birth of a baby, a divorce, the death of a loved one. Thank you for sharing. My defining moment came at a cost of $1,080,742. Let me say that again. $1,080,762. Wow. That's a lot of money. For that, you could buy a small private island. You could get a round-trip ticket to Mars. Or the best is you can buy 66,666 large bags of peanut M&Ms. My favorite. But my defining moment happened when the man that I'd fallen in love with, the man I met online after my husband of 25 years passed away suddenly. The man I gave my heart to, my dreams to, my hopes to. When he came online one morning and confessed it was all a scam. Scammers don't confess. Why would he confess to me? He confessed because he fell in love with me. He confessed because he wanted my forgiveness. He confessed because of my kindness and my goodness, and he couldn't do it anymore. I gave him my heart and my money. I was devastated. I was totally deceived by this whole thing. Me, a former bank executive who was trained to detect fraud and scams. Me, an Air Force officer, an intelligence officer, a captain who was trained to protect secrets of the United States. Me, a businesswoman and a damn Yankee. I never give money away. I gave him my heart, and he pulled all the strings. Frustrated with that, I went to the FBI. I told them my story, and they looked at me and said, "Deb, there's nothing we can do for you. The FBI can do anything, right?" And at that moment, I put up my mask, and I became the woman behind the smile. To the world, I was beautiful, I was fine. And inside, I was dying. We all have stories. We all have something that's happened to us. We've all felt ashamed and guilty by what we've done. What are we going to do with those stories? Are we going to hide them forever in our shame and in our guilt? Are we just going to hide? Are we going to put up that mask and not live an authentic life anymore? Maybe for a little bit, but not forever. It is time for us to stand up. It's time for us to speak up. We need to tell our stories so that we can help that sister or brother sitting beside us, because they may be going through the same defining moment and they're feeling alone. How are we going to do that? How are we going to stand up and speak up? What are we going to do? I have 7 steps. I'll take you through it. We're going to speak up, and we're going to seek authorities. For me, I thought it was the FBI. Everybody said, you have to get out there. You have to tell your story. You have to find someone that can help you. It might be a lawyer. It might be the Postal Service. It might be the police. We have to seek out someone to help us, and then talk to someone. Trust someone enough. Your family members, your friends, trust them to talk to them about your story. If you hold it inside, you will never, ever get over it. Ever. That was the hardest thing for me to do. I talked to my friends at the Women's Prosperity Network. I opened up and got the courage to speak up at that point. But it was hard. You don't want to divulge. You don't want to open up. But you need to. Because the next thing is acknowledge what you did. Own your story. Take your power back by owning that story and telling it. Again, you can't move forward. You might have been a victim to something. I certainly was. But you can't feel that way anymore. You need to stand up in your power and then write it down. I actually wrote a book, The Woman Behind the Smile. For me, it came from 4,000 pages of journal that I had kept through those 2 years. Because I thought our relationship would be my legacy, my family history. It was great. I was going to show my children one day how I met my wonderful new husband. And my 4,000 pages, instead of being family legacy, became evidence that the FBI didn't use, but it became evidence. Then do something about what happened to you. Don't stand there or wall around in your shame and your pity. Do something. Get out there. Get a passion. For me, it was helping one more woman that might have been scammed. I didn't want her to go through what I went through. So do something. And then I found out from an emergency room visit that I needed to drink water. Drink water. It's life in you. Drink water and keep going. And then become unstoppable. Do something daring. Inspire someone. Get out there and just do it. Give it your all. And then power, power, power. Nothing greater than power, 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 right? Grab a parachute and jump. I literally did that out of a perfectly good airplane. My daughter and I jumped out of an airplane. I've walked on fire. I've eaten fire. Do something crazy. Climb to the top of a pole and leap for a trapeze. You might just catch it. Become unstoppable. So stand up, because it doesn't matter about my $1 million scam or your devastating divorce or your financial fiasco. We all have stories. We've all hidden something. But now is the time to stand up and speak up. Now's the time, rather than being the woman behind the smile, it is now time to be the woman with the smile. My name is Debby Montgomery Johnson, and I am the woman with the smile.
Yeah! And she is unstoppable. She was on that pole and she leapt for that trapeze. You are amazing. Thank you so much, Debby. And isn't it nice that she decided to dress to match the room? Isn't that fabulous? You're like a chandelier. It's fabulous. Beautiful. And if you would like your 7 steps to stand up in your power, go to thewomanbehindthesmile.com. Thewomanbehindthesmile.com.